Hi everyone, my name is Olga and welcome to Marvelous Kyiv. I'm a virtual tour guide in this beautiful city, and it's quite difficult and challenging to live here. Today is the 451st day of the invasion, and every day we're having the night attacks. So I would like to tell you about my experience of surviving this awful missile attacks that Russia is launching to us every single day. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and thank you for supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. That helps me to survive, and that is so uplifting and encouraging that I'm not alone here. To me, living under the constant missile attacks in Kiev is a quite challenging experience. Today is the 20th of May 2023. And I would like to tell you what is happening in the minds of Ukrainians in the 450th day of this awful war. So, for example, during today's night, the May of 20th, about 20 drones were sent to Ukraine, and air defense system hit all of them, and 18 of them, they were sent just to Kiev alone. That is insane that Russians are trying to target the capital all the time. And this is happening since the beginning of May. And the enemy is doing its best to target the capital, and at the same time they are trying to deplete ours of the resources and to exhaust the people. Also, they are trying to keep the civilian population in tension, and this is really a huge psychological tension. So, according to our air forces, all the drones were hit. And we are happy that we are protected in such a good way, but it's not good. We don't want to be attacked in the first place. And for almost the whole year, the Russians, they have been changing the strategy and the tactics that they're using. For example, at the first days of the invasion, they'd be launching the massive daily attacks during the days and nights at the territory of the whole Ukraine. And a lot of people died, and a lot of houses were ruined because we were not ready. Then, in the autumn, they started to target the energy infrastructure, and mostly during the day. And then the whole world united and helped us, and we survived this winter. And during this month in May, the attacks are taking place at night, and there is a combination of different kind of weapons: the drones, ballistic missiles, and hypersonic missiles. And then they are sending the drones. So the Russian gradually go to celebrate after these attacks, and they are very happy to see the destruction of the buildings, the killing of the civilians, and the propaganda that they show on the TV after such attacks is happening also every day. It's kind of a teaching methods of the Russian public. So they are taking pleasure in these attacks for the civilian population of Ukraine. And for many Russians, it's becoming the national pride. And also the officers who make such orders, they are making that orders from the safe place, from the airplanes, from some kind of remote places somewhere in Russia, and they just need to push the buttons on their equipment. And they know that these missiles will fly to the homes of Ukrainians. And then they sit and look at the cameras. Where would this missile launch? And then they observe the destructions and the deaths. They also know that it's quite difficult for the Ukrainians to hit these hypersonic Kinzhal missiles. And they know that the result will be the death of civilian population. And they are really waiting for see these results on their screens. And it's just, I don't understand the soul of these people. And I don't understand this pride of this terrorism. And this is the pure terrorism. There is no other way. We need to withstand, we need to defend ourselves, and not to allow the bully to win, and to show that it's not working. This is the reason why our President Zelensky is going into other countries asking for more weapons, and because they want to destroy our air defense system. And this is what we need, because when they attack the air defense system, this means that our population is becoming kind of a hostages to these missiles. It's awful that the attacks are happening at night. The people are sleeping, and the sleeping person is very vulnerable and defenseless. So the night attacks, they affect the psychological state of the population, and sometimes people just choose not to go anywhere, and they know that they risk their lives, but they decide to stay at home during the attack. This is the strategy of behavior that Ukrainians choose in the face of the constant threat. When it's happening once, yes, people can go to the bomb shelter, but when it's keep happening for 11 days in a row, the person becomes so exhausted that there is just people are making the decision to stay in their homes and to believe in the air defense forces. For example, as I was acting yesterday, I heard the terrible blast outside, and I decided to stay in the bathroom because it's the safest place in home. So I just really in the bathtub, I put the blankets and the pillow, but then the blast became more intensive and more loud, so I grabbed all the things and ran to the bomb shelter. And when I was sitting there, I was thinking, how could the people survive? How could they live under the circumstances for half of the year and then go and work, for example? So that is very difficult to live under the terroristic attacks every single moment. There is no way for us to stop that, just to continue fighting, and that is why we need more weapons, more missiles, because they tend to run out, and we need to have the new ones to protect the sky. Thank you for listening to these observations of the Ukrainian nights and days. I hope it's been interesting for you. Behind me is the people who are very active at night, during the daytime. So they will go homes, and at night everything changes. It's like the tale about Cinderella, when just in a flick of the moment, just in 1 second, you are here walking, talking and singing songs, and then you find yourself in the bomb shelter. Thank you for watching, thank you for buying me coffees and for coming to my virtual tours. Subscribe and send the link to your friends. Bye, see you.